to my knitting podcast. My name is Whitney. This is the Light and Dove Knitting Podcast, or Light and Dove Knits. Thank you for coming by and watching my YouTube video. It's been a very, very long time since my last video, probably like a month and a half, but no, I'm here. I have not disappeared. So I'm trying my best just to, also the holidays and Christmas, New Year's, and then it's just been busy. I have 2 kids to take care of and have a lot of commissions to do, so it's just been really busy in my household. But thank you for coming back to my podcast, and welcome to new viewers. Thank you for dropping by. Hopefully you like what you see and subscribe to my channel. You can also find me at Instagram at Light Dove Knits. I can put all my information right here. So I don't have a Ravelry account. I'm debating whether to have it or not. I know there's been some issues about accessibility problems, and so I'm kind of a bit leery about that. But let me know down in the comments whether you would like me to do a Ravelry group or not. But strictly speaking, I'm only on Instagram and Facebook. Mostly, but Instagram is usually my place to go. Yeah, most active. The last couple of weeks on Instagram, I think my last post was December 30th, and I've been kind of missing the past couple of weeks, but I'm trying to get back into the flow of doing videos, posting a lot of stuff on my Instagram. I'm also very new to this, and sometimes I'm also very nervous about speaking I'm just speaking to my phone, but once I publish it, I'll be nervous if people started watching, but I want to keep it as a regular thing so that way I'm more comfortable with it. Also meeting new people, people in the knitting community. If you have not seen my videos before, I'll probably put a link up there so you can see my introduction video. As you can see, I was my phone wasn't in the gray angle, so I put it on portrait mode instead of landscape, but you live, you learn. Like, I never knew how to edit videos. I never knew how to add music, but actually, really, I thought before I thought it would gonna be a little bit tedious, a lot of like work. It is a lot of work, but I actually found out to be really enjoyable of editing a video, and putting music in, fading out, and making it my own thing. So yeah, I'm actually really enjoying this. So hopefully I'll get a good schedule where I can at least bring out videos every other week. Not every week, because sometimes I'm either busy or I just don't have any new projects to talk about. But I want to say every other week, minimum every other week, maximum every 3 weeks. As I said, I am a mother of 2. I have a husband and a household, and sometimes I just get really busy. Sometimes I'm working on the same thing, so sometimes I'm not working on the same I'm working on the same project, so there's nothing really new to talk about. So I also don't want to stress too much about it. And I do like, I need to get new content, need to push out my videos more, but I just need to be more relaxed. I think all of us have been going through a lot this year, or 2020 and beginning of this year. I don't think any of this is going to slow down anytime soon. So why stress about by adding more stress to your life? So just trying to keep it as easygoing as possible. At least knitting is something where I can actually do something with my life. An activity, a hobby that I love to do and I enjoy. It makes me feel happy, and I really enjoy knitting and crocheting, especially nowadays. Sorry about the light, because of the light is going through. But yeah, but I'm glad I'm doing this. I'm glad I'm back. But I also just want to meet, like I said before, I want to meet new people. I want to be delving into the knitting community, talk to more podcasters and all that good stuff. So yeah. First off, I want to talk about my knits from the past. Like blast from the past, but it's knit from the past. I'm trying to working on the title. This title is probably not going to be here for too long because I don't have a lot of knits from the past. But you'll see how long this segment will go. But my knits from the past, as I said before, I think on my very first episode, I do mention that I have been knitting, and I've been knitting since 2004. 2004, 2005. I was a sophomore in high school. That's when I started to learn how to knit. We had an elective. It was just a semester, but after that semester, I just took off. I love knitting. After that, so I've been knitting for like 17 years. So I guess whatever, 2004, 2005, some do the math. So I've been knitting for some time after that since high school. So it's been nice, like off and on, I think, but mostly the last 5-6 years I've been more into like delving into the knitting projects, but then it was only like maybe early 2020 where I figured out that there is a knitting podcast on YouTube. I've been living under a rock. I think I said that in my other video. Yeah, I'm subscribed to like 33 podcasts, and there's also plenty of more podcasts I can look for. Please, if you have any recommendations, let me know. I watched a lot of them. I'm going to tell you all the knits of the past. So all the stuff I've knitted over the years. Which I think I haven't actually knitted a whole lot, and that I don't really have any of them in my possession because I always gave my stuff away or gifts for Christmas gifts, birthday gifts, what have you. So I'm going to show you my very first scarf that I ever made, that I made in my elective class. I remember making this, I got it from Michael's, and I bought my very first set of knitting needles because like before the elective started, you need to get your knitting needles set, I believe, and so I went out shopping for Michael's. Michael's was my favorite for the longest. I still love Michael's. It's my favorite, one of my favorite craft stores, but I think my overall one is Joann's. So I love going to Joann's. I love having gift cards from there, so I always save up, all that good stuff. But this one, for this particular scarf, I got this at Michael's. So here's my very first scarf I ever made. I kept it. I'm not giving it away or anything. I'm probably not even going to wear it. My favorite color is purple. So as you can see. Ooh. It's not that bad. I don't even remember because it's been, like I said, it's been like 17, 15, 16, 17 years or whatever. I can't do math. So I know it's an acrylic yarn because obviously I never knew about like other stuff other than Joann's yarn, whatever they sell. Now, like I said, knitting podcast has opened up my eyes to everything. I learned about magic loop. I learned about different techniques you can do, like cast-ons, cat bind-offs, and other stuff. I don't like DPNs, and then once I discovered magic loop, I was like, oh my gosh, I love knitting socks. I always usually avoided knitting socks because I don't like DPN needles. There's too much stuff. My thing, if it's a lot more tools to handle, then it's less likely for me to use them, because like DPNs, you usually use 3 or 4, 5 needles, and then magic loop is just using one circular needle, less things to worry about. And now I just recently learned about 9-inch circular needles. So like I actually bought them, so that'll be on my later segment. I'll show you later. And I'll review a little bit on that too. But anyways, so yeah, this is an acrylic yarn, but actually nice colors. Actually, like looking at it, a lot of blues, purples, a little bit light, a baby blue. So, I didn't weave in this little strand. Not too bad for my first one. Maybe I borrowed this yarn, I'm not sure, but for some reason I have this little black spot, and I think because I ran out of yarn. That's hence why there's a black stripe right there. Apparently I just knotted it and then bound it off. Not that great. But not too bad for a beginner, I should say. I kept my first set of needles. I don't know, for memory's sake. I think I'm maybe put them like in a box or whatever. I don't know. This is decor for the back or something. But they're the Boy brand. You can tell they're well worn. The color was coming off. See, this is kind of like a pinkish purple, but obviously I love that color purple. I love purple. You can see. I'm getting rid of a lot of my my knitting needles. I have a big pack of just like sizes like 1 through like 15. I'm keeping some of them, obviously these pair, this pair, but I have no use for it's all straight needles. And once I discovered circular needles and have to hassle with just like the straight needles and all that stuff, it's like I don't have to lose them or lose one needle trying to find the second needle. Circular needles are more convenient for me. So and they've been stuck in my yarn cabinet for years, so I haven't been using them, so I might have either sell them or I don't know, maybe a giveaway or something. I don't know if anyone wants straight needles. So another knits from the past. I have a hat. It's a hat. Let's see. It's a really pretty hat, and it's actually really pretty red I picked out. Go me. Just kidding. So here's the details. I love the bottom. It's just a nice rib brim, whatever this part is. I don't know, I'm blanking out right now. I'm kind of nervous. But there's a nice pattern right there in the middle. I think they're twisted stitches. And then the top of the beanie, that's like my favorite part. I forgot how pretty this pattern is. Okay, I hope it doesn't look a little bit too different. I had to rearrange and I had to stop for a little bit. Anyways, where was I? I do love like the detail. Am I showing it? I love the detail of this. Yeah, they're like just twisted stitches, and I was showing you before the top. It's really, really beautiful. Looks like a nice flower on top of the hat. It's a nice slouch. I don't want to put it on because it will mess up my hair, because appearances are important. Just kidding. I just don't want to be, I don't know, all messy, and then I have bobby pins and I don't want to snag the yarn. That's why. I'm not conceited. Not at all. But yeah, this is what, I don't even remember when I made this. I think it was just also just see if I just wanted to knit something, knit a hat, and just found it. It's called a Little Flicker Hat by Gretchen Tracy. It's a free pattern. It uses US 5 needles, which is a 3.75 millimeter needle. But that's only for this part, for the ribbing. And for the rest of the hat, it asked for a US size 6. That's a 4.0 millimeter. Probably the reason for that is just like to give it a little bit more slouch. It's really nice. It's also a nice yarn. I used Lion Brand's Heartland yarn in the color Red Wood. The pattern actually asked for a sport weight, but I used a worsted weight. But this kind of Lion Brand yarn, I feel like it's like a light sized yarn. Like I said, it's a free pattern. Pretty easy. You just learn only the techniques is just using like the ribbing and I think 2x2 it looks like, and then just the twisted stitches to make those arrow effects. But yeah, it's really pretty. I'd probably do it again, but like with the yarn weight that's called for, because it's called for a sport sized weight yarn. But yeah, but also my daughter, I think she also thinks that everything I make is hers. But I brought this out for this podcast so I can show you all, but now I think she claimed it. I'll show you a picture in the next slide. But she really likes it. She looks quite the hipster. She looks really cool. She looks cooler than me with this hat. Well, and that's it for my knits from the past. This brings me to my next segment, is my finished objects. I actually have a couple things that are actually finished objects. My other video, I finished a whip. It's a dress. It's called the Fairy Leaves Dress by it's done by Yarn Inspirations, the Yarn Inspiration Design Studio. So there wasn't actually a person tied to it, but it is a website that sells yarns and patterns, kind of like Lion Brand and all that good stuff. I've been wanting to do this dress for my daughter, my youngest daughter. She just turned 1. She was born in the beginning of 2020. She's very spunky. She's very, very sweet, very, very cute. She has the curliest hair ever. She has my husband's hair. His hair is really curly and wavy. I just have wavy hair. I just brushed it out though, but she's very spunky. When I redirect her, if she's going somewhere I don't want her to go, she tends to scream at me, and she's only 1 years old. She just turned 1, so she's a little spitfire, that one. Um, Already giving me attitude, but I love her. She's so cute. She's so very very loving. Also, my 3-year-old, she's also very loving too, and she's very sweet. But anyways, I'm talking about the fairy leaves dress. It's called. So this is it. This is my finished object. I love the top. They're very leafy, and I learned that I do not like the seed stitch because I feel like it just takes a while. Um, so here's my beginning, my completed object. I actually started this. I wrote down my when I started it because I always like to know when I start. Okay, I'm sorry about my any microphone issues. I completely forgot because I went away at one point and then I forgot to put the mic on. So hopefully you're able to. I think you're able to hear me, but not as clearly. But now my voice is clear, I hope. Anyways, so yeah. I made this obviously for the 12-month size because I wanted to knit it by her does it look good on me? So I wanted to be done by her 12-month birthday, or her year birthday. As always, I'm doing other things too, as casting on other projects, but I also have commissions to do as well. A lot of people are asking me to do dolls for them, and I'm happy to oblige. So some of my personal projects that I want to do has been kind of pushed to the curb, I guess. I've been doing a lot of dolls and other stuff, which I'll be talking about later. But so I was hoping to get it done, but I started it. I looked up on my notes, and I ended up starting this project September 21st, 2020. And I only got it done maybe like 1 o'clock in the morning, the day of her birthday. I stayed up trying to finish it as much as possible. I ending up finishing it, but I ended up I'll show you a picture of what it looks like on the bottom. And then this is what mine looks like right now. It still looks pretty, and it still looks nice and pretty. But I think it's supposed to go on a little bit more, maybe up to here. But I was like, I'm tired. It's already your birthday day, and whatever. I made it. It's done. It fit her. It was like a shirt dress type of thing, and it's supposed to have a little button. And I was ready to have a button sewn in, but then I just got lazy and I ended up not doing it. But there's a little buttonhole. But this pattern is for free, so if you want to go on yarnspirations.com, let's look up Fairy Leaves Dress. And it's really pretty. They have it in 6, 12, and 18, I believe. But I knit up really nice. I just said I don't like a seed stitch. I found out. I mean, I've done a seed stitch before, only for like little projects. It just takes some time, especially when you're kind of in a hurry, and especially since I haven't done it in a while. But I used size 6 needles. That's 4.0 millimeters. I used Bernat Softy Baby Solids in the colorway Flannel. The pattern did call for 2 skeins of yarn, but I only ended up using 1 because I knit in the Portuguese style, so my stitches tend to be a little bit tighter than loose. But I don't know. I used 1 skein. I don't know. I would buy the second skein if you wanted to do it, just in case. Just in case you wanted to do it. It depends on how much your gauge is. I know it's probably a bad thing, but I don't gauge stuff. I just knit them away. I look at the gauge and I'm just like, okay, whatever. I pass by that. But I do want to do a sweater. I'll talk about that later. But I do want a sweater, and I do want to gauge that though, because that's very important. You knit up your sweater, and all of a sudden when you're done with it, it doesn't fit. So that kind of sucks if that doesn't work out. Yeah. So I didn't gauge it. I didn't gauge it. But like I said, sweaters, it's kind of a little bit more important to gauge your stuff. But I'm really proud of my dress that I made for my little baby girl. She looks so cute in it. I'll show you a picture of it. Anyways, off to my next project. I don't have it was a commission. I just have the picture of it. I don't have them with me anymore because I already gave them to my to the person who ordered it for me. But I did make a Harry Potter, Hermione, and Ron, a little amigurumi pattern. It came out really well. I really liked them. I do really want to make them for myself, It did call for I don't remember the hook size. I'll look it up. I'll probably pop it up on the screen right now. They look so cute in that little form, but I did want to make them in a larger size because I knew they were for children, for a child, I believe. But I did want to make them a bigger size, so just in case they want to play with them or just they wanted a bigger size. I used either, I don't remember. I'll put it on the screen what I used, but I used like a size K or a size J. But they actually turned out really cute. It's not a free pattern. It is. I did get it off Etsy. I'll put her name up on the screen right now. I'll also put it in the show notes. All my show notes will be on the bottom. So, and I'll link it. So in case you're interested, I'll put the link down below. It is $10, which I don't mind because I do want to make my little. I do want to make some of my own. They come with Harry Potter, of course, Ron, Hermione, Dumbledore, and Voldemort, and Luna Lovegood. I really want to make the Luna Lovegood because she has like her little quibbler glasses, the multicolored ones, like the pink, the blue lens. They're really, really cute. So I do want to make them my own. It did call for a sock yarn, but I didn't use a worsted weight yarn. Just of course because that's all I had to, but also because they're for children and I wanted a bigger size, I wanted to do that. Harry Potter did call for like a wire, but since for safety reasons, I just embroidered like his glasses on his face, as you can see. But yeah, and then I also bought a super glue gun. A glue gun. What is this called? You can either sew them on, or you can, on the pattern it says you can either glue them on. But yeah, I super glue gunned it. And after that, I fell in love with the glue gun. I'm gonna use it for my future dolls. I'm gonna sew it on just so I can secure it. But if I have any strands or any curls, because some of the I crochet like Wonder Woman, and I can not with hers. I don't really have to use the super glue gun, but like any other project, I would like to, if they have to have curls in their hair or whatever, and I need to like make them a certain way, I don't have to sew them on. I can just glue gun it, and I love it, and it stays put, and I like it, and it's easy, and I love it. But anyways, but yeah, they were really, really cute. So if you're interested, I have put the link down below. So yeah, I guess that's all for my finished objects. I don't have a lot. On to my next segment, my whips, my works in progress, in case you don't know. But we call them whips. So someone ordered a scarf. It's taking me longer than I hoped. I'm trying to use like a simple pattern, but since it's a scarf, it kind of takes a little bit long. It's called the No Purl Ribbed Scarf. It's actually a pretty simple pattern. It's just 2 rows that I have to follow. It's just free, so I can tell you like what I need to do. So here's my scarf. So yeah, it's just a simple rib pattern, but it says it's a no purl pattern. So all it is just a garter stitch. But my way, I knit the Portuguese style. Either you use a pin or you can wrap the yarn around your neck. It just makes it easy for me makes it a little bit faster than it would for knitting stitch. And it's still coming out the way it's supposed to. Because if the pattern calls for a knitting stitch, I can purl it and it'll still come out the way it should. You're wrapping your yarn around your neck. So I'm doing my best I can. I'll do like a little like video on my Instagram or something to show you. But it's just like you put your needle in the stitch, and then you're just flicking the yarn with your thumb, just your thumb, and wrapping it around, and then you just take off your stitch. It's really easy and really fast. But yeah, this is so yeah, that's all I do. I'm using it on my Chiagu needles. I don't think I know I told you who it's by, but I just looked up a simple scarf that I can do that would be fast. Because the person that asked for it just wanted a simple scarf, just a black scarf. So I just looked it up, and then purlsoho.com had a pattern, and it's for free. It was kind of like a blog type of thing, and yeah, and just no purl rib scarf. But yeah, it's turning out really nice actually. And I'm knitting up to 60 inches. I think I already have 34 inches done, so it's taking me a bit longer than usual. I'm using Lion Brand's Pound of Love. I actually wanted to save this yarn for like a sweater or something like that, but this is all the black I had, so like I needed to use it up. Oh well. But yeah, my Chiago needles. using them in size 8. I do have a Portuguese knitting pin, which is not here at the moment. It's really pretty. I had another one, but unfortunately it kept on getting caught and then it kind of just broke off the little hook. So I had to buy another one. I bought about the same person. I'll put down her information on the bottom. So in case you're interested in Portuguese knitting, then you can buy the little, obviously you can just use your neck, but I like just using the pin for, I don't know, health reasons, I guess, but I just use a pin. But I can put her information. I put all this in my, obviously I just have random bags around the house. I need to buy like bags from small businesses. Support small businesses. That's important, especially now. But yeah, this is like a little owl. I don't even remember when I got this. But yeah, it's cute. I love owls. They're cute. My other whip is a sock. It actually was for like a knit along, like a sock knit along. But it ended November 30th, 2020. Obviously, I didn't make it because I was getting commissioned by my commissions. I had a lot of them, so I didn't have time to do my own stuff, which is totally fine. I mean, I'm still knitting and crocheting, so it doesn't matter. I was actually doing a 2 at a time socks. I actually do like to knit it 2 at a time socks where you have your pair of socks on the same needle. But I decided to take it off. I don't know, I just felt like a little bit, it's faster 2 at a time, but then I was doing a pattern and I just wanted to just do it on one needle. So I decided just to transfer it onto another set of size 1s, which is 2.25 millimeters. That's what the pattern called for, size 1s. So the pattern is called The Sign of the Prancing Pony. The knit along was like Lord of the Rings themed. So I just picked this. I wanted to do 2 pairs. One, the Sign of the Prancing Pony, and then there was a small one, like the dragon. It was really pretty. I still want to make it, but someday, just not now. This one is a Lion brand called Mani Petty. So I like the colors of it. It's kind of like orangey, kind of maroon type of color, and none of it's like the same. I probably should have like started the same color so they can kind of sort of match, but they're just my socks. I don't really care. If I was giving them as a gift, then I would probably make sure the colors kind of stay the same. So that's that one. It's another whip, so I don't know when I'll finish that pair. Even though I haven't finished those socks, I did start another one, just because it was different needles. I'm all into they're also Chiagus, but they're also the 9-inch circular needles. Because like I said before, watching other knitting podcasts, I learned new things, there's more than the needles that have been sold at Michael's and Joann's. A little bit more high-end needles, and I love the Chiagus. Chiagus are my favorite. Maybe I'll try the Hayas maybe someday, or the Addies, but so far I love the Chiagus. They're really pointy. They pick up the stitches really well. I love my circular set, my interchangeable circular set. That was the best gift ever. But I learned about the 9-inch circular needles. And what I love about these is that, well, let me talk about that later on for acquisitions, because these are fairly new. I'm just talking about my whips. But yeah, this is the sock that I'm making. It's just a simple vanilla sock. I just wanted to do a simple so I can get used to the Chiagu 9-inch needles. Yeah, this is a self-striping sock, as you can tell. It's called My Favorite Vanilla Socks by Megan Schmaltz. Yeah, it's called My Favorite Vanilla Socks. I know she has some YouTube videos. I think they're just more tutorials, but she's called the Unapologetic Knitter. I do believe she has a blog. I think that's how I found her pattern, and she also has it on Ravelry. I believe it is for free. It's a free pattern. It's a plain vanilla sock. So here's the ribbing. I use size 2 needles, or 2.75 millimeters. And yeah, here's the ribbing. So nice and stretchy. I just use a regular long tail cast on. And then knit, and then from the Crazy Sock Lady podcast, I learned that she counts the stitches by using her stitch markers. So that's actually for the second sock. I don't know how many stitches there are for the second sock. So it really comes in handy. And then this is a bird of partridge. Oops, sorry. The bird of partridge heel. And it doesn't really look like it because I messed up. I was not paying attention to my slip stitches. And you can tell it looks like a little sandwich. I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if you've seen the Eye of Partridge heel, but you can totally tell that they're kind of crisscrossy here. But then there's a line of stripes right here. I messed up. I did not pay attention. But it's still nice. Luckily, they're just my socks. I don't really... they're unique, I could say. my one sock is very unique. But if they were for a gift, then I would have to undo everything. But I also just wanted to use the Chiago needles just to figure out how to use them. But yeah, turning out really well. And I really like this yarn. I actually think I like them better than the Patton's Croix socks. Because these ones are a little bit less fuzzy. They're called they're Premier Yarn. Premier Yarn. They're called, it's a Premier. Here's that lady. I don't know who she is. Deborah Norville collection. This is the Serenity sock weight. It is 50% superwash merino wool, 25% rayon made from bamboo, and then 25% nylon. Learning from podcasts, I heard about superwash wool and all that, and I can totally tell the difference between like regular wool from like Croix socks, because I think they're just regular wool and mixed in with nylon. But I'm finding that they're really nice and smooth. It makes a difference in what yarn you use, so I might have to go shopping. My husband loves that. So yeah, actually, and they're knitting pretty fast. I like them. I'll talk about the needles in my next segment. Hi, I had to take a small break. It was about, in our time, it was lunchtime at the time. So I had to stop recording, and then the light has changed, and at least I don't have any light on my face right now from the blinds. That's really distracting. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. But luckily I stopped where I reminded myself I needed to do acquisitions. Yeah. I mentioned on my last podcast that I wanted to do, I had an eye on, it was then it's fairly new, but she, by Andrea Mowry. It's called the Honey Moss Shawl. But I really like that color, and I was trying to go to Joann's to see what kind of colors that they have, and I actually found the perfect color for it. It's a Lion brand Woolies yarn. It's in the colorway Forest Green Heather. So I thought it would be perfect because it has a leafy pattern to it, so why not go with the green? It's really pretty. I bought 5 skeins of it, so hopefully I don't have to run out of yarn, which I don't mind going back to Joann's and ordering, doing a pickup, ordering one more yarn and maybe adding some more yarn to my basket or to my shopping cart online. Cute, nice color. Very squishy, not too scratchy, because it is a wool ease, so that's 80% acrylic and 20% wool. So it'll keep me warm at night, especially because it gets a little bit chilly at night. Obviously, we just had the holidays. I hope you had a very good Christmas, a merry belated Christmas, and happy holidays, and a happy new year. But I did get, my family, what we usually do, we do Secret Santa between my immediate family, mom, dad, my sister, brother-in-law. And this year I got my mom. I think I got my dad last year. And this year I got my mom. Well, for this year, for Christmas, my sister got me. And she always gives me the coolest stuff. So what she got me, she knows I'm a Harry Potter fan. She's a Harry Potter fan too, but I think I'm more of the nerd in that area. She gave me I should have bought it with me right now, but I have a Hufflepuff cup. Because I am a Hufflepuff. True and true Hufflepuff. They're awesome. My second house is also Ravenclaw. That's also my second highest percentage is Ravenclaw. But look what she got me for Christmas. It's the Harry Potter Knitting Magic knitting book. My daughter, she found the page for the owl, Hedwig. That's her name, Hedwig, in case you're not in tune with Harry Potter. But owl's name is Hedwig, and she spotted it. Obviously, she doesn't know Harry Potter yet, but she was like, owl, owl. Oh, how cute. So I might have to make an owl for her. She really likes animals and she really likes this one, so we'll see. They have really cool patterns. I know there's a pattern by Casapinka. I don't know if you follow her, but she has really nice pattern designs. So yeah, there's that sweater. Yeah, they also have like little like a baby mobile. Sorry. This is really cute. There's a sorting hat, and then the supposed to be the eagle and snake and the badger for Hufflepuff and a lion. I really don't want to make it, but I do want to make a bunch of badgers because look at it, so cute. And of course, you can't. Next time I can go to Universal Studios and go to the Hogwarts, go to the Wizarding World. I do want to make a cardigan for myself, and obviously in Hufflepuff colors. There you go. There's the Hufflepuff, black and yellow. But yeah, so I'm really excited. They have a lot of goodies, a lot of there's gloves, blankets, make dishcloths. But yeah, I'm really excited to get this book. So I'm really happy that my sister got this for me. Hey, thank you, Rachel. Thank you, sister. So I'm really excited to make some Harry Potter stuff. But like I said before, I showed you my socks that I was making, the vanilla socks. And I was making them on the 9-inch circular needles. So yeah, I've heard podcasters, like some of them use them. I know some people don't either like them or they hate them. Like love them or hate them. I can see why. I can see both ways. But I do find them fascinating because I'm finding that I'm knitting my socks faster. Because they're just going around and around, and I'm actually knitting them faster than either magic loop or DPNs. I don't know if they're really good for patterns. Maybe simple patterns. I don't know. I haven't heard any. I've seen some people do some pattern stitches on 9-inch circulars, and I believe there'll be no problem with it. I don't know. Have you tried Chiago needles, and have you tried pattern making with them? Just let me know in the comments. I think it would be too small for me to do Portuguese knitting. But I like them. Like I said, I'm going to do like more patterns on the magic loop. But if I want to just do a simple sock with a simple pattern, then I'll go with the 9-inch circulars. These are, I had these in size 1.5. 1.5, which is a 2.5 millimeter needle. I like them, so I recommend them if you want to give it a try. I just got them off of Amazon. I think they're like 10, 11 bucks. I'll go back and forth with Magic Loop and the 9-inch circulars. Never going back to DPNs. I feel like they're too fiddly and they slow me down a little bit. I'm never using them for sock knitting. I'm never going back. What do you like to knit with? I know some people like to do either Magic Loop, 9-inch, DPNs. Some people like to do like the Magic Loop or do it with 2 circular needles. 2 socks at a time. I want to do the with 2 circulars. I don't know. I feel like it's like I said before, less tools the better. I feel like with 2 circulars it will be too fiddly. Some people like it. I want to give it a try to see how it is. 'Cause I never tried it before, but just like knowing, just like by seeing it, I know myself, and I think it's gonna be not my way of knitting socks. But let me know what you like to do. You might not like Magic Loop, you love DPNs. Just let me know in the comments. Have you even tried knitting socks? They're pretty fun once you get to get the hang of it. Especially just going for your first sock. Look up a vanilla sock. A lot of those vanilla socks are easy patterns to follow. There's a bunch of YouTube videos out there. Thank goodness for knitting podcasts. But I'm learning a lot of things. Also, what I got. This is my bag. I love sloths. Sloths, I think, are my spirit animal. I move slow. I'm lazy. I like to chill. You can't rush perfection. I got these off of Amazon. They're bulb markers. There were some that had like 1,200 markers, but I was like, I'll just start off small and get 350. If that's small. I mean you can lose them. I lose stuff in the couch a lot. You see a lot of colors. I like them colorful. Especially like these because these are the rolled gold. That color is popular as well. I use them. I don't know if you saw my sock earlier when I was showing them to you. I do have stitch markers. Yeah, it's like how the podcast Crazy Sock Lady, that's how she counts her stitches and how much stitches she uses for one sock, so that she knows how many stitches she has to use for her second sock. Yeah, they come in handy because I was using my clover ones. I was using these, but which I like. I use them very often, but they were very too thick for the stitches I was using. So I wanted to use the smaller ball markers. Yeah, this is where I keep like all my notions. This is like my notions bag. Keep my scissors, my I can show you my this is what my mom made me. She made this out of felt, and I love ladybugs. So yeah, it's really cute. It's kind of fuzzy. I use them a lot, but they're really sharp. I mean, you can cut yourself really easily because the point is really dangerous. So I have to make sure I keep this shield when I'm working with the scissors around my children because I don't want them to cut themselves. And I also keep my little darning needle. I put this in the pouch. So yeah, so I find this quite useful. Measuring tape. When I bought my first a Portuguese knitting pin, it came in this little box. It's really cute, but I use it to hold my row counter. I can't put it around my wrist. Sometimes I use it as a bracelet for when I knit, but most of the time I just leave it to the side and put it in my little box. And my crochet hook in case I'm working on something. So yeah, that's all. My notions bag. I also wanted to show you something that's like not knitting related. I don't know if you know this. I don't think I've mentioned it in my past videos, but I do love Lady Gaga. She's my favorite artist. Love all of her albums, especially the latest one. It came out last May. Her Chromatica album. I love all of the songs on that album. So good. If you haven't listened to it, listen to it. So good. Anyways, I've seen her in concert 3 times. The last one was for her Enigma or her Las Vegas show, which was amazing. It was for my birthday. We're celebrating my birthday in February, so it's coming up. But it was amazing. We were like in the second row or on the balcony, but she was like literally made her entrance from above, right above us, because I was with a group of friends, and it was amazing. She throws an amazing concert. I love her. For Christmas, my husband, because you know Lady Gaga came out with a her makeup line. So of course I had to get, when it came out, I got lipstick, eyeshadow, and a lip liner. I love it. But for Christmas, my husband surprised me with an eyeshadow that she also came out with, I think just recently, I'm not sure, because she's coming out with some stuff periodically. But he surprised me with eyeshadow, so just wanted to show you because I'm just really excited about it. I'm not like a makeup girl whatsoever. I put it on only on special occasions. I just love color. I love Lady Gaga, and my husband knows me. He's a fan of Lady Gaga, so he doesn't mind. But he got this for me for my birthday, Christmas gift. So look at all those colors. They're so nice. I did use this color, some of this color, I don't know if it showed, and this one, and this for my eyebrow bone, or this, no, this, yeah, that one. See, I don't know. Does it look good? I do love the eyeshadow. Like, it applies really well. Anyways, this is not a makeup podcast, but I just wanted to show you guys because I also wanted to show you how I keep my patterns. I keep all my patterns in a 3-ring binder, like a inch binder. I like mine. I don't like to fold my paper. I used to fold mine just like in half because it was neater that way, but I like a clean sheet, a clean flat sheet. So even though like it feels like it is kind of super bulky if I'm traveling. So if I am traveling or like in the car just to take a ride and stuff, it's usually simple patterns. So that way I don't really have to take it with me. This is where I keep all my patterns. I put tabs in there to mark all my different things that I'm doing. So yeah, here's aren't they cute when they're, because that's sock yarn, so they're really cute, smaller as well. So I want to make them that size for myself. Yeah, this is where I keep all my patterns, and you can see all the tabs and such. Yeah. Do you guys keep your patterns organized like this? Am I the only one to keep them in a binder? How do you keep your patterns? Let me know in the comments. All my friends know that I'm a knitter. I love to knit and crochet. But my really good best friend, her name is Anna. Shout out to Anna. But she gave me this necklace along with like a body wash. It's called Frankincense from Bath and Body Works, and it smells so good. It's a little yarn ball and knitting needles. Isn't it so cute? She knows me. Shout out to my friend Anna. I love it. So yeah, I'll be wearing it all the time because knitting is life. I know that we all sometimes have New Year's resolutions. I did it every year and I usually break them. But I think we should give ourselves some leniency this year, especially with the year that we had and the upcoming year. We still don't know when all of this will end. It will end someday. I think we can have goals, but we shouldn't stress out over them. Self-care at this moment right now. My self-care is knitting and crochet. That's what keeps me sane right now. But I do have a couple things that I would like to set my goals, at least goals for this year, if not next year. Doesn't matter. I'm not trying to stress myself over things. Things that you love shouldn't stress you out. So my number one thing for this year, at least if I can't accomplish anything else on my list, I want to at least accomplish this. I've never knitted a sweater before. And that is my goal for this year, is to make my very first sweater. I actually have a pattern for it. It's a nice cardigan, and then it's a quarter sleeve. I can't stand long sleeves on me because, I don't know, I get hot really easily, and I don't like long sleeves because I just tend to roll them up anyways. So I like to have them like up to like at my elbow or a little bit above, so I don't have to be doing this all the time and scrunching them up. But so the cardigan that I found, it's perfect fit for me, or a good style for me. And I do love the color. Bright yellow isn't really a good color on me, like a pastel yellow, but I think like a what's it called, like a dark yellow, marigold. Like I think the yarn is even called marigold. I like that kind of color on me. So it's gonna be kind of bright. So, but I don't know. I got like bright things. I love bright colors. I tend to not go for like the grays, the greens so much. This is actually a little bit like not what I usually go for in my knitwear, but I don't know. It just was calling out to me, especially for that particular pattern that I'm gonna use it for. But yeah, I really do want to make a sweater. I also bought some skeins for my husband because there's another pattern that I found. It looked like a nice simple sweater. It kind of reminds me of Mr. Rogers. I used to grow up watching Mr. Rogers, and then he's kind of like, he has an old soul. Both of us have old souls. And but he likes cardigan sweaters and all that stuff. So I think I'm gonna make him kind of like a similar style Mr. Rogers cardigan. So I have a pattern for that. So maybe later in the future I'll show you what I mean for that pattern. But yeah, that's my number one. Learn to do a sweater. For number two, I never done color work. I want to learn how to do color work. I want to learn all the techniques. I even learned there's a way to do it in Portuguese style. The person that does like the Portuguese style, I think she has a video out there. Her name is Andrea Wong. She's a Portuguese knitter. So I suggest you look for her videos. They're really informative. So yeah, I do want to learn how to do color work. Recently I went on Instagram and they're doing I don't remember who, but they were doing a testing call for a sock, and it was color work. And then I was like, I really want to do it, but I was like, I'm not sure yet. I do want to practice how to do color work techniques first before I delve into like socks, color work socks. I do want to start off small, like socks, hats, but then maybe do color work for a sweater. But let me have to do a sweater first, see how that goes. I would like to do a sweater. I do want to do it this year. That's my number one. Anyways, so that's my number two, do color work. Three, like all my goals are either big or sometimes they're really small, but they're goals for myself that I want to do. So for socks, I usually do them cuff down, but I really want to learn how to do toe up. So I learned that on YouTube. I learned there's like a Turkish cast on, I think. Yeah, I want to do that kind of technique, do a toe up sock instead of doing a cuff down. So we'll see how that goes. See which way. I don't think I care either way. I don't mind doing the cuff down or the toe up. It seems like cool ways to do socks, either way you do it. So we'll see. Let's see but let's see after how it goes. Let's see which way I prefer. And I'll let you know by the end of the year which ones I like. But we'll see. I have to keep this goal to see if I can check it off. My fourth goal, I do want to learn how to do a fish lips kiss heel. I know it's $1 on somewhere. It's just $1. And I heard a lot of people like that techniques, and I heard it's really easy. And if it's easy, then I wouldn't mind doing that. So we'll see. So that's my number 4. Number 5, I want to get yarn from small businesses. I want to support small businesses. I mean, not all the time, because I do like Lion brand yarn and everything, but I do want to support small businesses. I'm very huge about supporting small businesses in the food industry. So that's what I want to do. I want to at least get a couple. I don't want to get just to get yarn because there's a bunch of yarns that are so very, very pretty, so colorful, and I want to get them all. But I think if a project comes up, then I'll search for those the yarn businesses first, my local yarn store, or whether it's Etsy. I know there's a lot of people on my Instagram, they're selling yarn, and and I love them, so I might go to them first too. So yeah, that's my 5th goal. My 6th goal, mentioned a little bit earlier about being a tester. I always see people being called out. I need a tester, test the sweater, test the sock, test this glove, whatnot. And I kind of want to do that. I'm interested. So I'm trying to figure out, like, at least when I'm done with my commissions, or at least they slow down a little bit, then I want to at least reach out to people who are doing a testing call. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to being a tester to see what it's like, and whether it's going to be socks or top or what have you. But yeah, that's my 6th goal, is to be a tester. See if I can do it. For my 7th goal, I want to do a afterthought heel. Like I said, there's plenty of techniques out there, but I want to do the afterthought heel because it seems to be cool and interesting, and also kind of scary. It looks complicated, but once you see YouTube videos, it doesn't look too complicated, I don't think. But it is still kind of scary because it feels like you're just cutting yarn, and what if you mess up? And like, I don't want to do the true afterthought heel, but I want to do where you put like bring out my sock for an example. So let's say I want to put a heel here. So I put, when I knit up, I put like floss right here, and then I knit up a waist yarn of a different color, and then you knit up again and put the floss through that, and then when you come back to it and you see like this, let's say this is the waist yarn, you get rid of the waist yarn, and then there's a big hole, and then you pick up the stitches that the floss is laying on, and that way you just have to knit the afterthought heel. I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but I'll let you know when I try it. I do want to try it because it's a different technique, and then it's just a way of knitting your socks faster. You don't have to worry about the heel because you're just going to go straight through. The 8th goal, this is I'm not sure if I wanted, this is a maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know why. It shouldn't scare me. I think the true afterthought scares me more than this. But brioche knitting, I feel like I want to do it, but I feel like I'm not too excited for it. Do you get me? I do want to learn this technique, but I'm not sure. That will be like if I still have a goal, if I met all my goals by the end of the year and I still have this, then maybe I'll do it. But I won't go out of my way to do it. So yeah. So we'll see. I feel like it's not complicated, but I also heard that you need to concentrate, because if you mess up, then you're screwed up for life or something. I'm not sure. Let me know, have you tried brioche buns? What's it called? Brioche? Let me know if I'm saying it right. But also let me know if you tried it. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Just let me know in the comments. But should I try it? Should I move it to number 1? Well, my number 1 is sweaters, so should I bump it up to number 2? Should I make it like a definite goal? Let me know. But yeah, that's all for my New Year's resolutions. Hopefully I meet them. Hold me accountable for it. Just like, have you done your goal? Have you done this? Have you done that? Tell me. Yell at me. I mean, not yell at me. Be kind, please. Be kind to me. I'll be kind to you. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. If you're new, thank you so much for coming along this journey with me. Please tell me hi in the comments what you think about this video. Please subscribe. I know it's easy just to watch the video and just go on your merry way, but it really helps out a lot if you just subscribe. I put down below my Instagram information, and just please follow me if you like. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, all my past viewers, my new viewers. I really hope you enjoy this. Please have a happy day, happy weekend, happy knitting, stay healthy.